Welcome to the weekly HubFeed, where we unpack the important digital marketing news for small business. I'm Chad Hill, and I'm joined by Adam Stetzer. Today, we're going to be covering two stories. One, we have a new study that shows that links are still a major ranking factor, and we also have a study on how on-site SEO is important for local businesses. This is really important because small businesses are constantly being fed information about what to do and what not to do online. In the ever-evolving world of search, it's hard for small businesses to decipher what they should do and what they shouldn't do. So Google's algorithm, of course, is always changing as it tries to improve user experience and get people the information they're looking for.
Yeah, and Chad, this is, it's going to be an amazing punchline here. What's Google looking at today? Well, it turns out links are still really important. So we're talking about this new study today from Stone Temple Consulting. And specifically, they show that links are still a major factor in how your website ranks in the search engine. So in their study, specifically to get a little bit into the numbers, the number of links per URL showed a higher ranking correlation than both domain authority and page authority. These results, again, from Stone Temple Consulting, show that links are statistically more important than in some of the other studies that we've seen and we've talked about from Moz and Searchmetrics. So what does this all mean for small businesses? Well, the punchline, links are still very important. There's been tons of debate about this, and perhaps they're less important in the ranking than they were before, but they are still very, very important. And until Google really finds another way to determine the legitimacy and the quality of the site, this is the signal they seem to be relying on very, very heavily. Now, the caveat here that I think a lot of people would agree with is that the old days of link building, the way things used to be, just doesn't cut it anymore. So while links are still really important, it's a different way of approaching how you get those links, and a specific emphasis on content, real high quality content, focusing on the user. And one of the things that I think surprises a lot of people is if you want to get to those really, really awesome links, you're actually going to end up building relationships with people who then are very interested in what you have to say and then react to that high quality content.
Great, and that brings us to our second story, where we're going to be talking about a recent study by Bright Local on some of the on-site ranking factors. So Bright Local conducted a survey of some of their consultants and individual consultants and companies that use their platform, of about 550 of these users. 93% of them said that on-page SEO is effective for local business rankings, and they listed the most effective the items that were most effective in getting those rankings. 68% said that title and metadata optimization still are the most effective on-site SEO tactics. Amazing that still hasn't changed over all these years. 42% said that it was quality content, and your content only works if you have good titles and optimization on the content. 20% said that providing good details about services and products was very important. And then 18% said that reviews and testimonials were very important. So what does this really mean for small business? Well, it means you really can't neglect your SEO. Adam covered important things and how important links are, but it's necessary but not sufficient to have good on-site SEO. And again, if you have fantastic content about your services, you want to make sure that's very clearly written about on your website. The days of having a services page that has a bulleted list of all the things you do are over. You need to break up that content and provide more information for the search engine. So again, create that good content, make sure it's very specific, and look for keywords that your clients might be looking for, but don't over optimize. Be detailed about what services that you do and which ones you don't. And of course, make sure that those title tags, the meta description tags, and other on-site optimization is set up correctly. Thanks again for joining us today. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.